Russia is in a really difficult spot these days, and its demographic reality might be the thing that tips this nation into a long decline, ending up in irrelevancy. But just how bad is Russia's demographic crisis? And how is it reshaping Russia's future? Well, let's find out. But before we do, don't forget to like this video and drop a pineapple emoji in the comments below for the YouTube algorithm. Okay, on with the video. As we near the end of 2023, Russia finds itself in the midst of a profound demographic tragedy. Over the past 3 years, the nation has suffered a staggering loss of nearly 2 million additional lives than it wouldn't have normally lost due to war, disease, and exodus. This is terrible and only gets worse. You see, the life expectancy of Russian males aged 15 has plummeted by almost 5 years, now comparable to that of Haiti, with men of fighting age either deceased or having fled the country. Women now outnumber men by 10 million, creating a whole load of societal changes. These outcomes are the result of a few factors, among them war, the collapse of the Soviet Union, the pandemic, and a brain drain. So let's dive a little deeper into each factor. War, although not the sole reason, has aggravated Russia's struggles. Western estimates indicate 175 to 250,000 Russian soldiers have been killed or wounded in the past year and a half. The exodus of educated youth seeking refuge abroad has further depleted the nation's human capital. These losses compound the existing demographic challenges, creating an environment of hardship for a shrinking population. One question emerges though. Is Russia entering a demographic doom loop? Russia's crisis has deep roots, tracing back 3 decades. In 1994, the country reached its peak population of 149 million people, and its path to today looks vastly different to the USA, as the two countries have diverged. Russia's population today is hovering around the 145 million mark, and UN projections suggest that Russia's population might plummet to 120 million across the next 50 years. The country's global ranking is therefore set to plummet from 9th to 15th. Russia's demographic downturn is similar to other post-communist states, some of which have never surpassed their 1990s population peaks. In Russia, recently though, the State Statistics Agency revealed a grim reality: a population decline of 1.3 million in 2020 and 2021 combined, with deaths surpassing births by 1.7 million. Ethnic Russians bore the brunt, with their number shrinking by 5.4 million from 2010 to 2021, leading to a drop in their share of the Russian population from 78% to 72%. It is fair to say that with such a trend threatening to maintain itself, Russia's economy may be in for some real issues going into the next decade, which will stifle economic prospects. The final factor weighing on Russia's demographic crises was the pandemic and the ongoing brain drain, which we will have a look at now. The COVID-19 pandemic exacerbated Russia's woes, like it did to many older societies around the world. The official death toll hovers around the 400,000 mark, but estimates suggest an excess death toll of 1.2 to 1.6 million from 2020 to 2023, similar to figures estimated in China and the United States. As for the brain drain of Russia's workforce, Western estimates put a range of 500,000 to 1 million that have fled the nation since the beginning of its invasion of Ukraine. Combining all factors together, Russia has potentially lost 1.9 to 2.8 million lives in this 2020 to 2023 period that will only exacerbate the demographic issue that the country was already entering, and will have long-lasting effects into the future, which begs the question, how will this impact Russia? The implications for Russia's future are profound. While demographic shifts aren't destiny, the country's trajectory is alarming. With population decline comes unprecedented change. Russian men now die 6 years earlier than those in Bangladesh, and 18 years earlier than men in Japan, according to The Economist. Education is another area of concern. Despite high rates of educational attainment, an exodus of well-educated youth is eroding this advantage, and the time and money invested in educating its future workforce. The Communications Ministry data, indicating that 10% of IT workers left Russia in 2022, highlights this troubling trend. But despite the crisis, Putin's pursuit of conquest remains undiminished. As Russia's population suffers, education erodes, and the economy falters, the nation stands at a crossroads. The invasion's repercussions extend beyond Ukraine. It's becoming a catastrophe for Russia itself. Now, it's over to you. What are your thoughts on Russia's demographic crisis? Has the nation's leadership overlooked its severity? Let us know in the comments below. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to not miss any of our videos, and drop a pineapple emoji for the YouTube algorithm. Otherwise, take care.